Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Pierre. This is Simple Home Brew. Here's a moment I think you've all been waiting for. The last brew I did was the Apollo Titan. That's a branch rattling around. Bloody thing's just making pain in the butt. But I've got to cut that off. I haven't done it, but I will. I have made a Mangrove Jack's gluten-free pale ale or beer. Pale ale, I think it's a pale ale. And fermented it in the Titan, the Apollo Titan. I didn't actually passivate the fermenter at the time, which doesn't matter. It was clean and it was ready to go anyway. And I was worried that I was going to get some metallic tasting beer, but I haven't. This is it. This is our cloudy, gluten-free pale ale from Mangrove Jack's. And the initial smell, I have to stop first. It was a dry hop. Now, what happened was, the big thing that happened was it got clogged up as I was trying to transfer it into the keg, and had a few issues getting it to serve, I suppose, and gas up properly and everything else. And I thought, well, it's pretty cloudy, pretty dirty looking. I will cold crash it and see if I can get it a bit clearer. No way. No, there was so much hops in there, I couldn't. There was no way of doing that. But the idea is that it fermented down to 4.3% alcohol volume. The smell is actually quite exceptional. It smells really nice. It's not highly carbonated, but it's carbonated as such. You can't see it because it's kind of really cloudy. It's not full carbonation. It was for a while, but it was fermenting. Sorry, it wasn't fermenting. It was serving really foamy and really, really thick with hops. The hops are gone. Well, they haven't gone, but they've dissipated. Sorry about the lighting there. Oh, here, hang on. Is that better? You can see a bit better now. It's a bit dark, wasn't it? So yeah, looking pretty good. It is very nice smelling. I thought I would get some off smells. I wasn't sure. I wasn't being careful when I did the transfer. It has been a couple of months since I made the video, but it smells really good. It's aged in my kegerator, and I didn't know whether I'll be keeping this one because I wasn't sure. It really tasted a bit, I know, had an off flavour in it that I didn't like, and I wasn't really sure if I wanted to drink it. But here we go. Oh, by the way, I can smell the hops very, very mildly there, not overly bearing, sort of peachy tasting. We'll taste it. Carbonation is low. Now this has been carbonating in a, still has that dirty taste to it. I'm not sure. It doesn't taste normal. It tastes more like a wine. No, I wouldn't say wine. That'd be a bad analogy. It's watery. There you go. It's kind of dry. It's not ugly. It's drinkable. It's quenchable. It needs a bit more carbonation. It's got some. You can taste it. It's probably the natural carbonation it had. And I've been serving it at a high pressure at the time, and it was coming out pretty foamy. But the pressure's dropped now, and the carbonation has dropped as such. But what am I tasting? I'm tasting peach, apple. I'm tasting apple, peach, something like a burnt flavour. It's almost smoky. I don't know what that would be. It's part of the beer. Yeah, kind of a smoky burnt flavour. Oh, speaking of a smoky burnt flavour, my next video is going to be on the stout that I did with a lot of smoky, smoky grains that I put in it. I'm going to try it for the first time. It's been nearly a year since I made it, maybe 8 months. But I'm hanging to try it. I want to try. So I was just looking at my hops plant, which is growing okay. Not awesome. Anyway, finally, my opinion on Mangrove Jack's gluten-free. Now, gluten-free is probably the reason why it tastes different. It has a has a very great. It's like a burnt flavour. I'm tasting burnt sticks or something like it. It's really smoky tasting, but not smoky smelling. Really unusual. Fair bit of carbonation as such, not massive amount, but some. It's very bitter. It's got a high bitter note on it, and tannin. That's it. It's also got a tannin sort of hit to it, like on wine and stuff like that. It could be the hop bitterness, maybe. Not sure, because there's so many hops being put in. But it's alright, it's not a bad beer. I don't think I'll be drinking this quickly. It probably will be recycled. It's not the best, just to be honest. I don't like it that much. It's probably one that's going to go to a spirit, which is hand sanitizer. Peter, thank you, mate. You'll know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not one I'm going to be drinking fluently. Ooh, it's got a mint flavour in it as well. A mint hit. Mint. Yeah, mint. Peppermint. A peppermint flavour out of that as well. So not the best. Wasn't my favourite. It doesn't always work out well, and this is one of them. Sorry guys to disappoint. If you take my word for it, it isn't great. It isn't a great beer, and I suppose we're going to get that. If you're a person who can't have gluten in your diet, it'll do. And if you do it right, which I probably didn't, it'll probably come out better than what I've done. But nonetheless, it's still palatable, it's still drinkable, but just not awesome. Great guys, have a good one. I hope this works out for you as a guide to buying Mangrove Jack's gluten-free beer. I'm not a fan, but I'm not allergic to gluten either. So cheers guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks to patrons for looking after the channel. Thank you to YouTube members, and I've got a new one now. Hello Daniel, welcome, and we'll check you on the next one. Cheers.